Good morning, everybody. This beautiful video is done down by the river, so I'm going to jump up actually so you can see what I can see. I'll flip this camera around. So I've come for my early sunrise walk. I've been out for a while, but have decided to come down by the river, and it is absolutely pristine, beautiful, peaceful. Little willy wagtails come to join me, and it just sounds divine. I just love listening to the sound of the water. So I've chosen this little spot down here to meditate and to give myself some Reiki this morning, and had this little thought come to mind about something that I commonly see in clinic. I'm going to start walking home, and it's going to be a lot uphill. So if I start to have to pause and breathe, you know why, I'm walking up a few steep hills. So when it comes to preventing or healing the body from dis-ease or disharmony, we need to learn to tune into our body to understand what it is actually trying to communicate to us. And unhappiness is one of those earliest signs from the body to let us know that we're not in alignment with ourselves. Morning. So when we are feeling unhappy, that changes not just our mindset, it changes the chemicals or the hormones being released and moved around the body. Those hormones stimulate change on so many different levels. Simply, that stress response of unhappiness creates inflammation. Inflammation puts pressure on the immune system, on the nervous system. Some of those hormones are released in the gut, so it affects your gut health, where 70% of your immune system resides. And there's this domino effect on the body. And one thing that fascinated me from my early days of studying as a naturopath was learning about the placebo effect. If someone believes that a sugar pill is going to make them better and it's going to take away their pain, it does. But if we also feel that something is not going to work, that's also possible as well. So we can also make ourselves feel unhappy. We can make ourselves sick by what's happening up here. And what happens up here starts within the aura, within the energetic body, the metaphysical body. And the more we connect in with how we're feeling in the mind, this is going to transform our health and our well-being in ways that, if you've not experienced it, in ways that you could never possibly imagine. It's absolutely incredible to be able to tune into our emotions. And for many of us, living a life that perhaps is too busy, too stressful, not enough sleep, not eating well, drinking too much alcohol, smoking, addicted to caffeine or whatever it is. These are all signs as well from the body to let us know that we're not in alignment with ourselves, we're not in alignment with our soul. So unhappiness is an emotion that everybody feels, and it's okay to feel unhappy. According to your mind, body, soul, and your health, what is not okay is staying in that emotion. And many people get stuck there only because they've never learned how to process and move through that emotion to be able to release it and to heal it. But when we learn to stop suppressing how we feel and to give ourselves the moment to pause, to breathe, so breathing with me. That single breath changes not only how you feel in that moment. You might feel your shoulders relax, you feel that expansion through your chest, through your heart chakra, your self-love chakra. But that particular breath shifts your energy. And I feel that when I'm giving people Reiki or when I'm teaching people Reiki, that single breath is enough to open up your chakra. It's enough to let go of the intensity of the emotions of what you're feeling. And many people don't breathe properly. When we become disconnected from ourself and we lose balance in life, we start to breathe more shallow. And when we breathe more shallow, we create tension through the chest, front and back of the shoulders, neck, the upper back. But also we're not getting that full diaphragm expansion. And that diaphragm expansion doesn't just help you to breathe properly, but that's in everything I do. I love to get the research behind it so that way I can explain how energy heals us. But when the diaphragm properly expands, it actually helps the lower back. And think about how many people have lower back problems. And lower back problems may start from sitting at your desk for too long, lifting something, lifting your children. And that lower back, from an emotional perspective, for probably most people I meet, comes down to worrying about money. So that's all down to the base chakra. So one, we're not breathing properly through the heart chakra, and then that has a flow-on effect to other chakras as well. And when we're feeling unhappy, when we're feeling disconnected from ourselves, the base chakra needs balancing. Quite often the heart chakra needs a bit of TLC because it's our self-love chakra. Sacral chakra needs a bit of work because that's the emotional chakra as well. Unhappiness felt in the mind, crown chakra. Third eye, in all honesty, probably most of the chakras will need balancing. But another fact proven by research that just fascinated me when I went to a naturopathic function earlier in the year was learning about slipped disc in the back. So it was a myotherapist giving this talk. And research has shown that when someone has a slipped disc in their back, that injury will heal itself within 3 months, assuming that they do not inflict more pain through another injury. So, they don't re-injure it. So that pain, after 3 months, physically should heal. But many people complain of pain post 3 months because what it actually is it's no longer the pain felt within that specific area of the spine. That pain, due to mindset, has actually been moved to the brain, transformed to the brain, because it is the mindset that has now become triggered by the trauma of injuring the back. So as long as they've not re-injured their slipped disc, if they work on their mindset and how they feel emotionally, and it might be that as you connect in emotionally, you then allow yourself time to rest. You allow yourself time to have fun, to go get a massage, to go see the chiro, to come see me, whatever it is that you need to do. But by doing that and allowing your mindset to come back into balance, it will heal the pain within the spine. It'll heal that bulging disc. So our mindset is just as important as everything else when it comes to healing. And a lot of the world is aware of this, and there's more and more people discovering this. But part of my purpose here is to combine the science and the intuition. And with all the different studies that I've done and that I'm continually doing, whether it's just through my own personal interest, plus also it's just a part of my career choice, which I absolutely love research anyway, I love to be able to support people to understand how to heal the physical by healing the energy. And that's what emotion is. It just starts off as a thought. That is energy. That is something that we're feeling outside and beyond the physical boundaries of the body. We're feeling it within our aura. But when we hold that emotion for too long, we then feel it physically. We feel that unhappiness perhaps in your back because you start to get tight shoulders because you're feeling stressed. You might feel that nervousness within your gut. You might then hold that emotion even longer and that shoulder tension becomes a headache. And when you feel that tension in your gut for longer because you haven't learned to process it and release it, that nervousness in the gut might become reflux or indigestion or IBS, stomach ulcers, diverticulitis. It can manifest into anything. But part of what our journey is here as these human beings and spiritual beings is to understand how to work with the emotions and the mindset. It's something that I'm super passionate about. So if you haven't read Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life book, highly recommend that one. It'll explain the emotions associated to different disease. But if you want to delve deeper into this, then whether it is that you want to come to a naturopathic appointment to just find out your options, or even learning more about Reiki to understand how the energy supports the healing process of the body, and then just get in touch. But something that you can simply do for yourself that can help to shift the mindset and the unhappiness is perhaps going for a walk. And it doesn't have to be a long walk. Even for me this morning, my body didn't feel like going for a run, but I just felt that calling, that intuitive pull within my stomach, within the solar plexus. I just wanted to be in nature, and I just wanted to go down to the river, and I wanted to meditate and give myself some Reiki down there. And I'm so glad I listened to that feeling, because it feels amazing. And that's one of the ways that I recharge. It supports me mentally and emotionally, so it's working with that mindset. So that helps to shift that energy that occasionally pops up, because we all feel it. But then I feel it physically as well. You feel your body let go of that physical tension. So when you let go of that mental and emotional tension, you then let it go physically as well. When you let go of it physically, that then comes back to supporting the mental and emotional body as well. So my body is telling me sunrises support my energy levels. And I've even noticed in just the 3 weeks that I've been choosing to come back to waking up early in the mornings again, and all I've been doing is maybe 3 walks a week, 10 minutes at a time. So 90 minutes over the last 3 weeks. And I'm noticing my body's lost over a kilo. My watch has gone down a notch. And I'm feeling lighter. My joints are feeling better. My mind is feeling better. My clothes are feeling looser. And that's just because I've increased a little bit of mindfulness, because I listened to my body. So I had checked in with it to find out, okay, what is it that I need to do? And I felt that feeling, that pull to go, all right, I want to move my body more. And outside of my classes as well. So it's not just about teaching classes, which I absolutely love, but that energy is not just dedicated to me, it is dedicated to everybody else as well. So my body was telling me that I needed to do more for myself, because post-COVID, pre-COVID I should say, that is what I was doing. I was teaching double the amount of classes, and my body missed that feeling. So taking this opportunity to check in with how you're feeling. What is your body telling you that you need to do? It might be eating, exercise, sleep. It might be that you need to go to nature, because research has even proven that nature, even just being around greenery, and there's so much greenery around here, that green colour, as well as the energy from the plants and Gaia herself, reduces stress and anxiety. It improves happiness and our physical, mental and emotional well-being. And even I've heard this story a few different times through my studies, but also through my daughter's kindy, where they've proven that if prisoners in a jail have a view of concrete, they are more likely to be unhappy and to get into more trouble. But they noticed that if they put prisoners in a cell that had a window of greenery, of nature, it improved their happiness. They became calmer, more peaceful citizens within that prison, and it just transformed their mindset. So when the mind is unhappy, we make poor decisions. So it's really important every day, as often as you need to throughout the day, to check in and go, how am I feeling? And being mindful of those thoughts, because the right thought will lead to the right speech, which will lead to the right action. And that's something that my Reiki studies have taught me. It's a beautiful quote within the level 1 course that reminds us that we've got to come back to what is up here, because that negative self-talk or that criticism of yourself or somebody else or of a situation is that energy or that vibration you're putting out to the world. And what you put out to the world will be mirrored back to you, because that's one of the universal laws. Like will attract like. if you change what is happening up here and what you're thinking up here, which then becomes what you're feeling, that will change what is happening around your world, because you'll start to attract new and different and more exciting, more fun, more peaceful, more blessed situations in life, because you've started at that very first point of healing, which is your energy, your emotions, your mindset. So thank you for being up this early, thanking yourself for being up this early and taking this time to just hopefully find something that resonates with you. I'm going to continue listening to my body because that's what I've learnt to do on this journey, and I'm going to go home and have a healthy breakfast, and I'm going to make sure that I check in with myself throughout the day, and I hope that you do too. And if you feel like you want to delve deeper into your own healing, then get in touch. There's so many different ways that I support people to learn how to take care of themselves. It's not just about giving you the medicine so you feel better, but I want to educate you on how to prevent yourself from getting back to a point where you're feeling that imbalance or dis-ease or disharmony within the body or the mind. I want you to take your power back and become your own healer and recognize those early signs of going, oh, I recognize this feeling. If I don't look after myself now, I'm going to become unhappy. This will lead to anxiety. This will lead to me, losing my shit with my kids. Just recognizing that early sign to then take your power back and that control back within your own life and back to your health, and prevent disease, prevent disharmony, and help to create the life that is completely possible if we allow ourselves the time to do that. And so that might even then be coming back to looking at your entire life and where do you spend most of your life or your energy or your focus of your mind. That might be work, and then wherever it is that you're spending most of this time, check in with yourself, with your intuition, with your body, and feel into that and go, is this in alignment with me? Do I want to keep focusing and sending all my energy here? Or perhaps that's taking too much energy and I need to redirect that to another area of your life, perhaps work on your relationship or your health or whatever it is. Check in with your body. Your body will tell you where you need to focus your energy and where you need to take some of that away. So happy Monday, happy Labor Day Monday, whatever it is that you're up to. If you've got nature around you, highly recommend it. Get out into nature or go for a drive if you need to. But again, reach out if you need anything. And until next time, bye for now.